Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. In this episode I'll be teaching you how to arrange a floral bouquet in a food safe way to go into a cake. The tools that you'll need are pliers to cut the wire, a scissors to cut the flower, 24 gauge wire to go inside each flower, your chosen flowers. I chose some carnations here, and some green floral tape to connect the lot. So I'm taking my scissors, I'm just cutting each flower at the very end of the stem. So if you have little buds coming off with the flower and you want to keep those, then just cut underneath where those end with the bud included. And I've got some loose buds here that I've incorporated as well in my bouquet. So take the wire, pop it maybe about 1/3 or 1/4 of the way down the flower. Make sure there's an abundant amount on the other side so that you can bend it down and twist the wire around itself. And that will secure the flower onto your wire. If you have a flower with that little bud attached, then I'll put it through the stem of the flower and then through the stem of the bud as well to secure both of them onto that wire. And follow the same steps, so you have enough on the other side so that you can bend it and then give it a good twist. For the bud, you can poke it through one side and then back in through the other side, or just leave it poked in on one side, because by the time we have the floral tape around the bud, it's all going to stay together. Then take your floral tape, give it a good twist at the top, and make sure to stretch the tape as you're twisting, and that'll release the adhesive and make sure that it sticks to itself and the wire. So you want to start at the top where your wire overlapped, where you twisted it, and then keep going down the wire. And you'll do this for all the flowers and the buds that you've made. Here I've started below the bud, there I've started at the very base of the bud, so you can see the different kind of look. I really like how there's a bit more natural flower stem coming through, and as long as it's on the wire, then it's going to stay on pretty well. Then to start arranging your bouquet, all you need to do is attach them to each other one by one. Again, I've started at the very top, twirled it a couple of times, and then I stretch it and work down the whole wire. And you'll be doing this for all your flowers. And I've made sure to arrange my flowers in such a way that the colors are random. You don't really want to add all the whites on one side and then all the purples on the other side. I think it looks nicer when you have more variety. And the great thing about putting the flowers on wires is that you can sort of manipulate their shape or the direction that they're traveling in. So if you want a really wacky looking cake, you can have the flowers going all over the place. Or if you want them just at the front, then you can bend them towards the front. So it's really good fun. And then to attach the buds, I like to put them on one side of the flowers and then directly onto the other side, so they act sort of as leaves. If you had leaves that you could put a wire through, then I would definitely use that instead. These carnations unfortunately didn't come with any leaves. Then take an extra thick straw, pop the wire directly in there as hard as you can, just right at the top to make sure it stays. Cut it about 1 inch away from the wire and then pop it into your cake. And if you'd like to see how I made this extra tall lilac cake, that tutorial is also on my channel. And then just maneuver them around until you're happy with their positioning. I added my buds right at the edges, and you're done. And that's how you arrange flowers into a bouquet to go into a cake in a food safe way. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll catch you soon.